Hi everybody, and welcome to something on my channel that I haven't done in years, but I do miss doing because I do enjoy watching other people's videos, and this is my tops, flops and mares of the moment. And so basically we're going to talk about products I'm loving, products I don't like, and products that are okay but you know, they're not the best for one reason or another. So let's kick off with some skincare. So I'm going to talk about two things that I actually got from Latest in Beauty. The first one is the Murad AHA BHA Exfoliating Cleanser. This is full size, retails for £38. I have to smell it. I love how fresh and clean this product smells. I think that this has made a massive impact on my skin. I don't know if you have noticed, I do not have as many lumps or bumps and blemishes at the moment, and I really do think that this is a massive part of that. I have been using this, I want to say around 6 weeks, possibly a bit longer, and yeah, so we're coming down to, I don't think we've got a lot left in this now, but if this was to last another week, that would be great, and I do have another couple of backups of this. I'd cry if I had to pay £38 for it, but I do think it is amazing stuff. I use it every single day, and I do feel it just gets rid of all of the dead skins on my cells. I can't talk today. My dead skin cells. Really helps keep my skin nice and clear, helps it to renew itself, and I absolutely love this stuff. So I highly recommend that. I do hope they put it back on their site. It was their product of the month, and I think that was 3 months back, because this month is Shiseido, last month was Lipstick Queen, and the month before was Murad. And I know it was product of the month, but I'd really, if they've got some left, why don't they just put it on there? Because I'd probably buy another box just to get another one of those, because it's amazing stuff. I was so surprised to see it last on there as long as it did, because it's just fantastic, and it's just so mild as well. The next thing is also from Latest in Beauty. This was from last month's box, and the product of the month that month was Lipstick Queen. And this is the Salcura Antiac, and this is the Daily Facial Wash. This has a lovely smell also. So fresh. So fresh and clean, like cotton and laundry. One of my favourite smells. This, I am not exaggerating when I tell you that you need I can't talk. So for this, you need about a 5p piece size. That is so little product. I put out more because I thought, well, you know, let's see how much you need to use. But you literally need a 5p piece, and that is such a small amount of product, but it does your whole face. It lathers up. Your face feels squeaky clean after using it. I do think that this, with this together every single day, has definitely made a huge difference. I have a couple here that are just clearing up and one here. But other than that, I normally have loads everywhere, and I just feel like I'm doing, touch wood, quite well on the rest of my face. So I'm really, really pleased with how these products are working for me. This retails for £8.50, I think, at Holland & Barrett. I don't know whether that's when it's on offer, but it's still on Latest in Beauty, so I could be tempted to pick up another so many item box, I think, just to get that. But at the moment I can't see 6 things that I'd really like to get my hands on. And again, Lipstick Queen was product of the month and they took it off. I really wish when they had a product of the month, yes, okay, so it's not product of the month anymore because now you've got a new one, but why don't you just stick it in if you've got some left with the rest of the products? Because I would have picked up another one because I love the colour that I got, and I would take the gamble on whether I'd get a different colour the next time. So that's a bit of a shame not to see that, but I do love that. The other one, this is a strange one, okay? This is definitely for us curvy girls out there. Nappy cream. I know what you're thinking, why? Well, nappy cream's also really good for kind of healing things as well, which is another reason that I have it. But the main reason that I have nappy cream is thighs, okay? If you have thighs that rub together, you know the struggles. In hot weather, when you're sweaty and you can feel sweat running down your thighs, no, it's not a disgusting thing. In the hot weather, we do sweat. That is just biology, basically. But if you do have that problem where your thighs rub together and you get sores, which I do, my thighs rub together, and if I've got, you know, a long dress on or a skirt, or even sometimes with shorts, I don't want that because it gets really sore, it's incredibly painful, it's not nice. So what I do is I put this on. Lots of people have lots of different ideas, talcum powder, stuff like that. This is the thing that I found to be most effective, and it just lasts for ages because you only need a little bit. Now, not pots of Sudocrem because that goes on white, but this stuff just sinks in. Because basically what it does is it creates a nice barrier. So if you put that on the insides of both thighs, it creates a waterproof barrier. So if you are sweating and it's running down the thighs, that's what actually causes the problem with the chafing and the rubbing. Your thighs are damp, they're rubbing against each other, and it is not nice. So when you have the nappy cream on, that creates a barrier over your skin, and it protects the skin that's underneath. So this is like a little barrier over the top. So even if water's running down, this is waterproof. So any kind of sweat running over it, it won't dissolve this away, and it won't have the effect where then your skin is getting sore from the rubbing with the hotness and the stickiness and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Clammy skin, not nice. So this actually just prevents you getting any kind of sores between your thighs, and I absolutely love this. I've been using this for years. I don't get any problems with any sores or rubbing or chafing. So highly recommend a nappy cream like this. It's not that really thick consistency, it's just really great, but I do highly recommend this one because it's the best one that I've tried. My last two skincare sort of favourites at the moment, or tops, are the Superdrug Tea Tree Daily Cleansing Wipes. You can get these, I think they're in sensitive as well. I do need to pick up some more because I haven't got very many left in here. And I actually, this is part of my new skincare routine, and I swear it has made a difference. I actually don't wash my face on a morning anymore. I'm normally in the bath around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm washing my face then. So getting up the next day, if I'm getting up early, it's 6 hours. Do I really need to then kind of be astringent again? I actually don't feel that I do. I feel like using a tea tree wipe. It wipes away all the oils off my face, it cleans my face, and it feels really nice and refreshing. It also feels like the tea tree is doing something for me, and I just feel like that is enough. So I don't wash my face on the morning now, I use wipes. And then the other thing that I would recommend is these. Now I know these can run quite pricey, the water wipes. They are so ridiculously heavy. They're £2.80 for a pack. Superdrug often has them on offer, and they do boxes of them together, and they often do things where they give you a percentage off if you're a beauty card holder. If you spend more than £5 on baby products, then they'll give you, I can't remember how much it is, 10 or 20% off, so that's a big saving as well. And these things are so worth it. 99.9% water with a drop of fruit extract. And these are incredible. They're very, very moist. They're so heavy when you get them. You will not believe how much heavier than normal wipes they are. Now, I actually tried water wipes, which were Superdrugs, and I do have the ones from Pampers here. Pampers did a version. These are called Aqua Pure. You get 70 baby wipes in here. They're 99% water with organic cotton, 0% perfume and alcohol. So there are 60 wipes in here, sorry, and there's 70 wipes in here. I think these retail for, they're not much below them. I think these were around £2.49. These are £2.80. You do get 10 more wipes. They both are heavy, but the water wipes are definitely a lot heavier. The Superdrug water wipes, I just would skip them completely. Somebody reviewed them. Oh, they're so amazing. If you've ever tried these ones, then you can never compare the Superdrug ones to these, because these are so heavy, they're so full of water, they're so moist, they feel so cleansing and refreshing, but they also feel so pure. You can tell that this is, you know, 99.9% water. You've got to use them within a certain period of time. They recommend a month. There's 60 in here. I would say that I usually use them up in 6 weeks. Sometimes a bit less, depending on if I use them on a morning as well. But I absolutely love them. The Superdrug, the Pampers ones are nice. I love this kind of container. Kind of wish the water wipes had that, because I like wipes that have these plastic things on. Because over time, those ones that peel, they just kind of start peeling up, and then your wipes can dry out. That actually clicks shut and it protects that. These are nice wipes. And you can feel that they've got a really high moisture content. So I really do like these, and I think they're a really nice alternative if you can get those ones on offer. But if you can justify paying that little bit more, these are the best wipes I've ever used. It literally hurts my arm with my fibro the way it is to hold these up, they're so heavy. But I do tend to use these on a night. I actually use a micellar water on a cotton pad. I wipe off my whole face of makeup and then I use a water wipe to get any kind of excess. They're really nice in the fridge, so they're nice and cool, and when you put them on your face they feel incredible. But I do have a packet of these beside the bed on a night. I do have a packet in the bathroom. So when I'm in the bath, if I've got makeup on, then I'll actually micellar water and then I'll use one of these to get the excess off. And it's really great. But on a night time, sometimes if I'm sitting and I've had makeup on, or I just feel like my skin is like really oily and grungy because it's so hot, then I'll get a water wipe out and it just refreshes the face. They are absolutely fantastic. I feel like I've waffled on forever about those. The last little skincare thing that I'm going to mention is actually a Superdrug. It's My Little Star Cotton Wool Pads. And these are from Superdrug. I will link them below for you because I can't remember how much these were, but I know I got them two for £2, I think it was. The reason I like these are, yes, I do have a fuller face, being a curvier girl, but also just because I think these are just better value. These ones, when you think of the size of an ordinary cotton pad, I just used to get quite frustrated that I'd have to use several cotton pads to remove my makeup. And yeah, I don't want to have to use several, I just want to be able to get one pad out and that would be the job. And these are the size of those ones. So you can see, they are literally the size of my hand. These are really big, I love that. I soak them through and then I can get my whole face done with one pad. And I couldn't do that before with other pads. Other pads generally, I want to say, are around that size. So these are a lot bigger and I think they're fantastic. And so these are the 50 large pads. So they are absolutely fantastic, I love them. Yes, so that is basically all of the skincare there. And then I want to go on to some makeup items that I'm really loving at the moment. So the first two items, they're a little bit more on the pricey side. And yeah, I'm starting to run low on this, so that is quite depressing. But I'm going to talk about some Fenty items. What I'm loving at the moment, after seeing Tati's video that she did with, I'm pretty sure it was Scott Barnes, he did her makeup, and since then I've been following some of his kind of hints and tips that he gave in that video, and I now actually put my concealer on before my foundation, which is much better if you've got discoloration to hide, redness, any kind of spots, angry spots that really need covering. I really find that putting the concealer on first, I'm using less foundation because I'm getting all this coverage with the concealer, and when I put my foundation on top I'm finding I'm getting really nice coverage, which didn't happen before because often foundation just wouldn't cover the redness, then I'd have to put a lot of concealer on top and it was just difficult. So yeah, so watching his tips about putting concealer on first definitely changed my makeup game, I would say. But what I've been doing lately is using these Fenty Skinsticks. I have porcelain and linen, and this is what they look like. And I've actually been using those underneath my makeup. So I put these on and blend them into my face. Yes. So those are the two shades. This one is linen and this one is porcelain. Hopefully you can see, I don't know if you can see that on camera, but linen just is more of my skin shade, whereas porcelain is just a bit of a hint lighter, and I use that for brightening under the eyes. But these skin sticks are so amazing. They blend so beautifully into the skin. I've still got a good amount left on them, so I'm really happy about that. And they're absolutely fantastic. So love these. Put these all over my face, blend that in. That does all of the coverage for me. Occasionally I will use the contour one as well on top of that. Then I use, well, if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going out, like I went to the party the other night, or when I'm going to work, I actually wear the Fenty foundation. I have mine in 150 because the light shades are actually super light. This does oxidise a little bit, so it's actually really nice. And yeah, mine's very grubby looking because I use it a lot. This has got to be, hands down, one of the best foundations I have ever used. If I was to get married now, this is what I'd wear. Because when I got married, I actually wore the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which was amazing. It was flawless. I loved it. But I did find that the Estee Lauder, it did go off. I only got my 12 months out of it because I could tell that it just wasn't what it used to be when I was continuing to use it. I think I've had this over a year. I've had this since it came out. Not had the same problem with this, but this is so amazing. The coverage is really nice. It's nice. It's buildable, so buildable, but it just gives me lovely coverage, and it's like skin. That's what it's like. With some foundations, when you can feel them on your skin, or you scratch and you can feel them kind of bubbling up under your fingertips because it's a layer. This actually just feels like, once you put it on and it dries down, it just feels like skin. It's so amazing. I love this foundation, so fantastic. Absolutely love it. I have also some other things I've been using for my base, and those are, I've been loving using this, and I haven't used this in so long, and it is the MAC Strobe Cream. This one is in Silverlight, and it's so fantastic, the glow of this. I just basically put a little drop of this in. That is what it looks like there. I just put a drop of this, I don't know if you can even see the glow there already. I put a drop of this in with my primer, and I love how glowy my skin looks. It's really nice moisturisation as well, so I really, really love this. It's just fantastic, and I've been really enjoying getting back into that, and I do have quite a lot of strobe cream samples to get through, so I'm back on the strobe cream bandwagon. Monu Skin Perfector. I hadn't used this for a while because basically I was using the Talika primer that we actually got from Glossybox. Before that I used the In Transit This Camera Works primer. So all Glossybox kind of primers. This is Glossybox back in the day, and I got this when I got my latest in beauty box. I picked up another one of these. It retails for around £29, so it's not a cheap primer, but you don't need a great deal of it, and I just love how this works. So I kind of finished off the Talika, got rid of that, and I thought, right, what primer I'm going to use now? And because I'd got that new one in Latest in Beauty, I just figured, why not get one of these out? Because now I have the Latest in Beauty one, I got the one from Rockerbox, and now I also have 2 of these. In fact, I think I've only got 1 of these left now. But if you've seen my what's in my backup makeup drawers, you'll see this product in there, and I'll link that video at the end in the cards for you at the end. So if you hang around at the end of the video, I'll pop that up on the screen. You can watch that if you want to. But yes, got the Monu Skin Perfector out again, loving it so much. It's such a fantastic product. I love how it makes my skin feels nice and moisturised, but I just love how well my makeup stays on with this. My makeup is like just glued to my face with this, and that's what you want in this kind of heat. So really, really loving that at the moment. I was thinking that I had something else. Oh, I do have a moisturising combination that I absolutely love at the moment, which I didn't mention, and that is the Simple Hydrating Booster. And I always put these 2 products on first, and I do mix them together. So this is like a hydrating booster. You actually mix it in with your moisturiser, and it kind of boosts the moisture levels in your skin. And I use that with the L'Oreal Hydra Genius, and I just, apologies, my battery did just run out. Okay, so yes, I love mixing these 2 together, and then I just pop that all over my face and bring it down my neck, and these are just a magical moisturising base. My skin just feels so nice and moisturised. I often suffer with little dry skin patches, not been suffering at all. I do have a nighttime skincare routine as well, but these 2 together are magical. So yes, I thought I'd briefly mention those. I did buy this one when it first came out. I will need to repurchase that soon. But this one actually came in the Latest in Beauty box, so love those. Okay, so now I have 3 more makeup items and a random item before we move on to the mess of the moment and then the flops. So 2 things that I'm loving eyeshadow wise. The next thing I have is from MUA. It is the Roll On Shimmer for face and body. And these are really, really cheap. In fact, I think they've reduced them down even further, but that is the colour of this one. It would make a nice highlight, but I actually use this on the eyes. And that is the colour that you get. It's a really nice aqua blue, and it's got a lovely gold sheen to it. It's so, so beautiful. This, a nude shade in the eye like what I've got on today in the crease, and then this on the lid. It is so stunning with that kind of gold reflect. I absolutely love it. So really, really enjoying that at the moment. I'll link that on the Superdrug website for you because that's where I got it. Mine, and it is on offer at the moment. And then the next thing I have to talk about is this. I love this palette so much. I love all of my Jeffree Star eyeshadow palettes, but let me tell you, this one has just got such a battering lately. I just think it's probably my favourite palette from him, just because I love the colours in this. I love wearing blues on my eyes anyway, but I find myself reaching for this even if I'm doing something very neutral. You don't just have to do bright eye looks with this, and I know everybody's seen it. I did some videos on this. At the end, again on the cards, I don't know if they're called the cards, at the end when I have the videos that pop up, I will link my go-to look with this, because my go-to look, this colour, I love this colour. It is so incredibly beautiful. So yes, love Blue Blood, use it so much. That's what I've got on my eyes today for this very neutral eye, and I just think it's just a fantastic palette. I love the colours in it, I love the finishes of the shades, and I love that I can do so many different looks with this. So love that. And then one more makeup item, and that is the Vichy. This is the Derma Blend Loose Powder. I have talked about this before, and if you saw my video about my my cabinet back there, my backup makeup, you'll have heard me talking about this. This retails, or it did retail when I bought it, for £15 each. I got it on a 3 for 2, so I technically got 3 for 30. And I got this because Patrick Starr recommended it, and he said it gave him a very airbrush kind of finish, and I always thought that Patrick looked really great in videos. I know they use lighting and editing, guys, but I just always liked how he actually looked. So I did pick this up, and it is amazing. I don't have a great deal left in here, we are struggling, but I do have 2 in my backup drawers as well. This powder is just so incredibly fine. Can you see it floating in the air? That is the powder, but if you put it on, it just blends, and yeah, blends to nothing. It just gives you your skin such a flawless finish. It's just really smooth, and I absolutely love it. And I do think it helps with maintaining how long the makeup lasts as well. So I'd highly recommend the Vichy Derma Blend. I got this off Superdrug also. I don't know if they still do it, but I will link all of the products that I've mentioned today in the comments below, and the places that I got them, if I can, if I can still find them. So right, let's go on to the mess of the moment. Oh no, I've got one more thing. One more thing got accidentally mixed into the pile. This is the Barry M. All of the writing's gone off it because it's so loved. This is the Barry M All Night Long Concealer, and this one's in Milk. This concealer, I always wear this under my eyes. It does not crack. It is amazing. It is so brightening. I'm very pale, so to find a concealer that is so incredibly pale as this, let me tell you, that is a treat, because it can be very difficult to find that. But it's a really nice consistency. It is amazing, amazing coverage. I've blended that out, but as you can see, the coverage is there. And like I said, it doesn't crack, and it just looks amazing under the eyes, and it really does brighten. I use it in the centre of the forehead, down the nose, and on the chin sometimes, and it's just fantastic. And that is under £5, I believe, and that is the All Night Long Concealer by Barry M. Fantastic. So that's the last of my favourites, or my tops. Right, my mez of the moment, things that I think are okay, but not wonderful. But I'm not downing on them, I just want to explain kind of where my issue is with them. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. And you're like, why? This is a good concealer, I'm not going to deny that. The coverage on this is great. However, this concealer does not like to be put under foundation. And I've tried this with the Clinique moisturiser, so the tinted moisturiser, which I'm really pleased to be like about to run out of that, because I'm so sick of it at this point. I've had that for so long. But I've had it under that, I've had it under the L'Oreal Infallible, and I just find that when you put this under a foundation, it just doesn't like it. I don't know why, but I went out last weekend, and I know it was incredibly hot, but I had this on with a L'Oreal Infallible over the top. And I can actually reach that one because it's right near the front, because I'm nearly out of it. I had this over the top. It was hot, granted, but I put that on, put this underneath, put that on top, went about my business, powder over the top of it, and I was shopping. I put my glasses on a couple of times to look at things, and then I went into a changing room in a charity shop to try something on, and I literally had no makeup right where my glasses had sat and underneath. So all where my glasses had touched, no makeup. It was horrendous. And I was really red at that point here. I was having a really bad time with my rosacea at that point. And I just looked like I had this red stripe across my face. I didn't have any powder in my bag. I had nothing to fix it. I was devastated. Out in public, just looking like I had this massive red stripe across my face. It was awful. And I also found that this happened the other day with this. Luckily, I'd only gone down the post office. But when I came back, I did find I was like, I rubbed my face. And when I looked at myself later in the mirror, it had actually come off. It like crumbled off. And you could see the edges where it's almost like it was on. And then somebody had done that and pulled it, and it just pulled away. Awful. So, and it hasn't happened when I've used my Tarte Shape Tape, which I also use as a base, and also my Fenty Skinsticks. I've never had either of those products do that with anything else on top. I've never had any of them fade away, crack, or even just come off completely. So, like this concealer, but this is a concealer that I have to use on top of foundation. I don't have a problem with that happening with this when it's on top of something. It's when it's underneath. So, yeah. The next product, and it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I don't think it's worth its price tag. That is the Avant Primer. This one was from Glossybox. This is the Collagen Primer. And this one has a price tag, and this is full size. This is worth £85. Now, I use the moisturiser that we got in a previous box, which I think is also £85. The moisturiser is lovely. I love that. I use that every night. I like the results on my skin. And I like this primer. I think it's really nice. I just don't think it's anything special. So, I'd happily go, if I had the money, and pay £29 for the Mono one, because the results are so good and it really does make a difference and I really like it. I just don't think that this one does anything special at all. It doesn't make my skin feel any kind of tackiness or anything. If anything, it just kind of makes me feel kind of moisturised. But I don't think that that is worth an £85 price tag. So that's something that I wouldn't buy or replace once it's gone. I really love trying it. I love using it. It's very nice. I'm not downing on it. It's a nice primer, but it's not worth the price tag. Yes, okay. This is my last mare. Is this? And I love it so. This is the Morphe 25L. Is it called Live Your Life or something like that? I never remember the name of this palette, guys. I'm really sorry. But this is the one they did for the Pride release. And it is a stunning palette. I did a video on it if anybody caught that. And I did try it. I actually had 2 attempts at trying it because I didn't go quite so successfully the first time. And I like this palette, I really do. I love it. I love the colours. It's got lots of different ones in there that I don't have anywhere else in my collection, so I love that. But the glitter shades in here, this one's really beautiful. And because it's got such a shift and it's so different, it actually works. But these two here don't have a massive amount of pigment, so they're kind of glitter toppers, but you just have to use so much of them. It's like, well, I just don't want to spend that long, if you know what I mean. And then the rest of them, there's no matte blue shade. It's nice when you have a rainbow palette if you have your rainbow represented in matte shades, just in case you want to do that. And then great to have a shimmery blue as well, but I would have really liked if we'd had a shimmery, I could have done without this gold and just had a nice shimmery blue. Shimmery? Matte blue. So we're missing a matte blue in here, and just the other thing about it is it just takes work. You do need to layer it up and layer it up and blend it and layer it and blend it. So this is something where I'd have to be thinking, oh, I've got a lot of time to spend, or I want to spend a little bit more time on my makeup today, and I would definitely reach for it. I have actually been reaching for some of the shades down here, and I do think that some of the shades are quite unique, which is what I really love about it. I do think it has a lot to offer within its shade range. There's some really nice shades in here. The white doesn't always play well with some of the other shades in here, so that's just something to note. It is a nice white shade. So that's a nice white shade. It's not blinding by any means, and some of the other matte shades don't like sitting on top of that shade for whatever reason, I'm not sure. So this shade is kind of a for me. I don't really bother with it. The glitter shades are not great. There's no matte blue. There's a few problems with this palette. Overall, it's a nice palette for the price. I like that some of these colours are quite unique, and I do love it, and I'm glad I have it in my collection, but I just don't think it's amazing. There are better rainbow palettes out there, for sure. So if you want to check out my review for that, I will link that in the information below for you. I do have some lip favourites at the moment, and I have what I'm wearing at the moment, which is this one. This has been my favourite since I got it in the glossy box. I can't even remember when it came. So this is the Huda Beauty Girlfriend liquid lip. I really like it. I just like this kind of nude at the moment. So really loving that, and I'm practically out of it. So I'm glad that I get 2 glossy boxes and I have another one of these, because these are pricey, but I love how they feel and how they wear, and I love this colour so much. So really love that. And then I have another glossy box one. I have another glossy box one by MDM Flow. There were 2 colours available. I do have both colours. This one's in the colour Bossy. I should really be swatching these for you, but I've got that one on, so we'll not bother with that one. But I'll swatch this one. That one's Bossy. It's just a really nice nude. Obviously it's very creamy because it's a lipstick bullet. Actually, Girlfriend next to that. I'm trying not to use too much of Girlfriend because there's not much left, guys. So that is Girlfriend. Actually, you can see it's very different. Girlfriend is browner and it's got more peach to it. Bossy, just a really nice nude shade. Really like that one. And then I have from Revolution, I have the gloss and the matte version of the lipstick called Bouquet. I love this shade so much. And I actually got it in the gloss shade first because I'm just trying to get into glosses and I really love how they look, and I'm really looking for a perfect nude gloss, guys. It's kind of a peachy one and a pinky one. So if you know of some really good high street glosses that you highly recommend, they're not too sticky, then please do let me know in the comments below. But I got Bouquet, and I love this. I love these kinds of mauve shades. But I used to wear a lipstick by Miss Selfridge called Parisian Pink, and it was this kind of shade. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, this reminds me of that. And actually, it does look very much like it. It's a hint lighter, but I do love, it's got such a strong sweetie smell, but I do love this colour and I love wearing that shade. I just love this kind of mauve shade. Mauve, that shade. And then I did get it in the gloss as well, just because I love the colour. That is the gloss there. So sometimes I don't always want to wear that matte lip, and the glossy lip actually just has a little bit darker. Slight difference in shade. But those are the 4 lip shades that I'm loving at the moment, and I'm really liking those kind of mauve colours and those nude colours. But I'm also back into my Colourpop, which I'm hoping I can reach. So I'm back into my Colourpop collection. I counted them because I've actually been selling a lot of Colourpop off at the moment. I have 100, and then I have 8 minis. I have 108 Colourpop liquid lips. Some of them are glosses, some of them are various finishes. Yes. I love my Colourpop liquid lipsticks. So I'm mega back into these. I had a total reorganisation. I love how they look in these actual containers, which are from TK Maxx. That's just 2 of them. There's another one down there, but it's right at the bottom. So I'm really, really enjoying being back into my Colourpop liquid lipsticks. Because I do love how they look. I love the different shades and the finishes, and I love, excuse me, I love how Colourpop wears on the lips. So loving those. I'm just going to wipe off those so I don't end up with lipstick all over the place, because that will happen. Right, the last 2 things I want to talk about. Right, these are my flops. Now, the thing I want to show you is not a flop. This is the Juvias Place, the Tribe, which looks like this. I'm yet to do a video on it yet. The palette is amazing. What I'm going to talk about here is Beauty Bay. Beauty Bay, I feel, are getting a bit too big for their boots. I love them still. I still purchase from them. They do still get things that I want to buy, but I do feel like financially, I feel like they're putting up prices somewhat on some things, and I kind of don't agree with the prices. So these used to retail for £20 on the Beauty Bay site. Then the last one that came out, it went up on their site and it was up for £30. A 50% increase in price. I asked them about it, and it's all about the costs of getting it into the country. And I don't think that it is an extra £10 to get one of these into the country. I just don't. So I don't know anything about their purchasing. I don't pretend to. I'm not making accusations or anything like that. But I do question that it cost them an extra £10 per unit to get this into the country. I don't think it cost them an extra £10, and I think that if you put an extra £5 on there, I think the customers would not, I'm going to say quite happily swallow up that extra money, but not really. I think that still they would be like, well, that's not really very fair, because there is an exchange rate, and even at £20, because they were selling them for 20, they were still technically making money, because the value of that with the current exchange rate is around £15 to £16, depending on obviously the value of the pound against the dollar. So I actually went on to Juvias Place website, which is in the US. They normally retail these for $20. They were on offer for $14, and then I actually used a code. They allowed me to take it off it even though it was on sale, and it ended up being $12. With postage on top of that, I actually paid £16, and because I knew it would go under the customs radar because of the cost of the palette, it wouldn't have hit the £16 value or the £15 value. I knew that it wouldn't get a customs charge. So basically this palette cost £16, and if I bought it on Beauty Bay it would have cost £14 more. It's nearly twice the price. So I'm just kind of annoyed about that. I can actually order this from America, pay shipping to them, and actually have it for £14 cheaper than Beauty Bay. I just don't think that's right. So I'm not hating on this palette because I've worn it a few times. Juvias Place never lets me down. Love Juvias Place. It's a fantastic brand. It's an indie kind of brand. It's an affordable brand, but not if you purchase it on Beauty Bay. I just think that Beauty Bay's prices are just creeping up there way too high. I think they're getting quite greedy. So that's my feeling on that. I'm not happy about that at all. So rant over. Right, okay. So that was kind of one flop. Was that a flop? Yes. Yes, I'm not happy about that. But I still do love Beauty Bay, don't get me wrong. I'm not happy with their pricing policies and about them doing that. I just kind of think that they know that the customers want these products, and I just kind of feel like you should be valued as a customer and not feel like they're kind of ripping you off, if you know what I mean. That they know you want it, so they know you're going to pay it, so they're going to charge it, kind of thing. So yes. Right, okay, so the flop. I'm so sad about this as well. It is this palette. I was going to do a video on it. I recorded the video. No. I was just not happy. So this is the Revolution Spirit of Pride palette. The blue doesn't swatch over great. The green is nice, and I love the orange, and the red's quite nice as well. And then you get these glitters. Right. The aqua is really nice. The purple is okay, but it's nothing too special, and the pink is okay. So the pink and purple are okay. The gold is just really flaky. It just goes everywhere. It's just a waste of time. The aqua is lovely. But even so, these glitters, I don't know if it's the size of the pans. I don't know, but these don't seem to be formulated the same way as their other pressed glitters, because I have the 3 pressed glitter palettes. I have the individual shades. Their pressed glitters are really amazing. They stay on so incredibly well. These do not. These are very difficult to work with. I mean, the pink and the purple are very chunky. The gold doesn't seem to have enough stickiness to it. I just think that if you want bright colours, I would recommend the Tammy palette, which I have here. So this is the Tammy Revolution. This is the Tropical Carnival palette. So if you want some really nice bright shades and you're looking for those really great shimmers, then I would just really recommend this. These are just 3 of the shades from there in comparison to the blue and the Pride palette. There is no comparison. The green is a really nice true green. I mean, it doesn't have like a really nice shimmery red in here. That's lacking from there, and that is something that this gives you, and this is a nice shimmery red. But I just think that overall the Tammy palette it performs a lot better. The shades in this palette don't perform great. I do like the red somewhat. The orange is my favourite, and I love the aqua glitter. I will keep it and try to use it, but I just think that it's not worth the £8 price point. If you did see it on sale, maybe pick it up. It just let me down on performance. My last mention is this fan. It's very random. I got this off eBay for around £6. If I can find it, which seller it was that I bought it from, and they still have it, I'll link it below for you. It comes with a battery in the package, which is great because it's a very large battery, and it does come with a USB charging wire. I just plug it in my laptop while I'm working on my laptop, and it charges up. I know it's quite big, but you could actually put this in your handbag. It has 3 speeds, and I love it, and I really like that speed. And I use this to dry off my makeup. I basically do my base products and then put my powder on and then spray, do my eyes and then spray, and then do mascara and highlighter and then do a finishing spray. I know it's a lot of spraying, but that is what I do. It really helps my makeup stay on, and I use this to dry off. I was using a hand fan. I'm not being lazy that I don't use that now. I saw a bunch of people using these and I really like it. So nice, because it is so hot in the UK right now. So that's my little random favourite. I really love it. So I'm losing my voice. That is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I hope to do more of these in the future. Let me know what your current tops, flops and mez are at the moment in the comments below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. That really does help me and my channel grow and bring in more people, and it gets shared with more people who might come along and watch it and like me and subscribe to me. So that's it for today. Like I said, like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.